AKA Patterson. This is like my fourth or fifth time doing this, but welcome to the channel. AKA Pat here, Peter A. DeLuca, another known as the pop culture pope, spicy taco, roast beef sandwich, your boy here that never likes to sleep. And sometimes called the eclectic one because I am eclectic. You know, I work in IT, but I love to draw. I love creating comics, and I love reading comics. Speaking of which, we have She-Hulk, Sensational She-Hulk. This is what I consider to be the greatest single, ready to pringle and mingle She-Hulk story. Okay, there's no better one and done type arc that moves the character forward and bails and gives you, like this story sticks with you, and it's weird because it's not perfect. It's not. But then again, that's also the genius of this guy right here. His name's John Byrne. We all know my position with John Byrne. John Byrne, greater than Jack Kirby, greater than Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Stan Lee, Albert Lee, Charlie, and his Chocolate Factory. You don't beat John Byrne when it comes to comics. He is a force to be reckoned with. He's a talent. Even now. He's too good. He was always too good, and that's why it's painful sometimes to go through his like entire bibliography, because you're just like, man, like even Spider-Man Chapter 1, right, or Year 1, I believe it was Chapter 1. It's just like, okay, we forgive you for that, but guess what? He emulated so much of those early Spider-Man issues and pages in the modern day, and he did this Baroque pen, and I'm just babbling. Let's hit the drawing table. I want to introduce you to this story, and I know She-Hulk's kind of on everyone's brain right now, so let me drop this, and I don't know, maybe we'll come back. But hey, show this channel to your friend, to your pets. It's a pet-friendly channel. Let's hit that drawing table. Here we go, AKA Patters. This is the Sensational She-Hulk, John Byrne. We know this graphic novel to go into the regular monthly series that lasted, I believe, 50 issues. For that monthly, Byrne, I believe, did 8 issues. We were talking about this on one of my streams. 8 issues, and then he came in kind of towards the middle and towards the end. Apparently, there was a lot of conflict with him working on the monthly book. I'm not too up to speed on that John Byrne lore. And also, link down below, his name's Michael Troy. He did another good analysis of this, and if you want to compare and contrast to how he views it versus me, that's awesome. I love his channel. I don't always agree with what he says, but I love it that this is just a guy that swings for the fences and talks about what he wants to talk about. And also, keep in mind, too, people, I, too, am an artist. We can go to akapad.com. You can get yourself some Wolfpack trading cards. Every few months, I do a new one of these because we're building out the Wolfpack team. This is Bash and Dash, and the back of the card's like a little thank you. Then also available, akapad.com. We got the Street Fighter holographic sticker set. This is part of a bigger series. The first 4 are going to be available. So we'll ship those out to you. The Giant in the Room. Also, side note, don't buy these Doritos. They stink. Elephant in the Room. We have to say, John Byrne. He's maybe I think he's the greatest of all time. He's not even a maybe. But he has trouble painting. And I believe there was some John Byrne X-Men lithographs that he painted. And it's just not there. He's not a good painter. He painted this, clear photographic reference, but other than that, not that big of a deal. Better than most. I do love the design for this, and keep in mind, I think they call these negative covers, where the costume kind of bleeds into the background. Very trendy as of right now, but I call this a Patrick Nagel. If you're familiar with the Playboy artist, he's kind of what everyone emulates with this. But let's get into it. Look at that awesome green cover though. The colors for this are incredible. Here's our other Marvel comic graphic novels. You know, first one now, the infamous classic, often replicated, never duplicated, or imitated, never duplicated, Death of Captain Marvel. That's of note. Other of note is number 4, New Mutants. Other note is X-Men, God Love Man Kills. Now here's my suggestion though. Dazzler, the movie, fantastic. The Raven banner, awesome. And then where is it? Star Slamers, really good stuff. I recommend those. They're all cheap. You're going to spend some money for Captain Marvel. You're going to spend a little bit of money for New Mutants. But here we go. We're going, and John Byrne opens up with, these are our origin stories. We got the nuclear age. We have a homeless guy walking in the Nevada desert. Can I talk? And then we have right here, 860 miles east. Jennifer Walters meets her cousin Bruce Banner for the first time. And then here we go. We jump right to Nick Fury. We're talking about She-Hulk. You know, look, very Captain America Winter Soldier here. But Nick Fury, he's talking to the mystery heads, the people that run S.H.I.E.L.D. and they kind of run the logistics and the espionage for the entire world. And they want She-Hulk. They think she's a threat because the Hulk is a threat. And Nick Fury's just like, look, guys, get your shit together. She's good. And he just leaves. He's like, you know what? I got some vacation time. Go F yourself. So here we go. Okay, now this image right here has been ripped off as much as a Jim Lee Wolverine jump pose. Okay, I want to feel like every single one of the image guys borrowed from this at one time or the other. Now, you can call BS on that. I don't have anything to back it up, but it's like I know I've seen this before. We got her boyfriend. We got some Native American shade right there. But yeah. And then we have one of the gags. She-Hulk picks up her man, takes him to the bedroom, and then we're rocking and rolling. We're back at S.H.I.E.L.D. We got Dugan. We're burning things. An introduction of She-Hulk. It is date night. The cab driver is freaked out because just the car ride was just so much. And look, check out like the John Byrne. He kind of like, I want to say there's similar street folk in his Superman Man of Steel stuff. But S.H.I.E.L.D. is they want She-Hulk. It's movie night for her. They send these giant orange mech robot guys, and She-Hulk just, you know, we know what she does. She's just clean shop. But before the fight, I mean, this awesome car shot here. I mean, look at the bottom, the undercarriage of the car. But before the fight's over, S.H.I.E.L.D. just transports her into S.H.I.E.L.D. HQ. Now it gets revealed that it's a helicarrier, which is this shot right here. Now, if we're a fan of Wildstorm Wednesdays, I do those every Wednesday. I'm a little bit behind on just keeping up with my Wildstorm stack, so we got more of those coming soon. But this shot here is, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is used in the Fantastic Four Jim Lee Heroes Reborn #1. Jim Lee flat out borrows from this. I'm pretty sure Rob Liefeld borrows it from it too. So we're transported within S.H.I.E.L.D. base, and yeah, I mean, we just jump right to some of the sexual harassment because they have to strip search She-Hulk. Now, She-Hulk getting naked is pretty much a gag that runs throughout the entire 90s Sensational She-Hulk series. She-Hulk being naked, for some reason, it's funny. And then we have, what's his name? Dooley. Okay, so Dooley he's like your blonde-haired, blue-eyed, little evil man within S.H.I.E.L.D. And Duncan just kicks him out. Dooley comes back. He leaves and he's like, dude, I got friends in high places. And Duncan's like, yeah, I guess you do. And goes, guess what you're going to do? Back to strip search. So strip search #2. They completely exhaust She-Hulk. I mean, you see She-Hulk. Her clothes are just like falling off. They work out a way to get her out. She transforms back into Jennifer Walters. She escapes. But then here we go. So if you go back to that transportation scene, I mean, look how many pages you have to flip through. John Byrne's just drawing these connections. See, we have this transportation scene. This guy potentially was one of these homeless people. You know, one of these, you see right here, the homeless guy. He transports, but he's got these like cockroaches in him. And now the cockroaches, he puts the cockroaches in Doyle's. It takes over. The cockroaches are they're like hive sentient beings. They've taken complete control over of Doyle's body. Another ripped off helicarrier shot, by the way. Now, I've referenced this before, right? This is what Spider-Man Chapter 1 actually becomes. The entire book is in this like Baroque crooked panel style. I freaking love it. Helicarrier starts crashing. We have a little donut shop gag. I mean, look, we have some economical ways of drawing fighter jets. So if you think you have to draw the details of everything, no. You can draw a fighter jet. You can get away with it in silhouette. If you're going to focus on anything, focus on the helicarrier. And then She-Hulk starts to save the day. She gets a suit. Her and this, look, check out this, coffee, right? The Payne Greer coffee. I'm not making it. Moving on. But yeah, so we are rocking and rolling. She throws the cockroach guy. He explodes. The helicarrier continues to crash. Now keep in mind, when you're reading this, full evacuation right here, but when you're reading this panel to panel, remember, we're briefing it, but the actual flow of the action and the pauses, it works so well together. Like I said, the colors pop. The helicarrier tries to stabilize, can't stabilize, crashes down. Bingo bango. I mean, look at that though. But then what She-Hulk needs to do is she needs to go into almost like the a la Star Trek II Wrath of Khan. She goes into the radiation room to save the day because she's got to turn off the radiation. The cockroaches take her over, but she actually stomps them to death, which is very She-Hulk because, girls stomp on bugs. I guess that's the pun there. But then what happens is, because she spends time in this radiation room, she loses, Reed Richards later tells her that she loses the ability to transform. And he goes, I'm sorry, Jen. So what's the bad news? Good gag there. I mean, I'm very Bryne Michael Bendis right here. And then the second epilogue is they're talking about these cockroaches, and the cockroaches, maybe they were transported, but they were still radioactive. But the cockroaches were a little bit ahead of what S.H.I.E.L.D. knew. And we kind of see some of these cockroaches lingering around one of her vents right before they're about to embark on some more dirty time, leading to the idea that these cockroaches are sentient, they're all knowing, they share information, and they will be back. Now, keep in mind too, Peter David, the end, the Hulk, with Dale Keown. The cockroaches are a part of Hulk DNA. They're within the fabric of the Hulk mythology. This is an extension of that, and this is also why this makes this book so much fun. Look, even back in the day, $7 well spent. Today, probably get for $20 well spent. Look at our boy. I love this picture of Jumper. And we're back. Okay, people, it's just too late. It took me way too long to do that intro. Look, here's the thing. That graphic novel that we just went through, it's still like in striking distance on the eBay. Go buy it, check it out. Have a master's work in your hands. Now, moving forward, I don't know. Like subject-wise, I kind of just put stuff out there, but we got the podcast, links of that down below. All kinds of other links down below. Just hey, subscribe, support, leave a comment. Let's grow the AKAPAD army. Speaking of cats, AKAPADers, here we go. This is the general right here of the AKAPAD army. This is Dallas. And look, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to throw him in the wood chipper, Philadelphia style. Dun, 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 dun. Na 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 na.